Hey everybody, I'm Dominic from XMeDIY.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a regular three-way switch, a regular toggle for the lighting here, to a dimmable one. It's going to be the same way. It's a three-way, so we do have two of these switches, one on the other side of the room and one on this side of the room. But this one, we're only going to make this one a dimmable and not both of them. There are switches out there that you can do that with. But honestly, in past experience, they don't work together too well as far as the dimming goes. Of what I experienced, so I'm like, oh, you only want to dim the light. How many times do you want to dim it, So anyway, we're just going to do this. We take this one apart. I'm going to show you how to wire it. Although you would think it's wired the same, and it kind of is, but it looks really different. So that's what I want to help you with. Hi everybody. Well, real important, I almost forgot to tell you, make sure the electric is off. Hopefully you didn't get this far and learn that the electric was still on. So make sure you turn the electric off. Definitely not something to play with. You don't want to get shocked. Makes you do funky things. Okay. Anyway, so here's the wiring. Now this one's not as complicated looking because, like I said, there's a couple different ways of doing a three-way switch. So you don't have a lot of wire stuffed in here. But we do have our three wire, which is our ground, a white wire, a red wire, and a black wire. Translated are two travelers and, in other words, a common. Now on this switch, we have a black screw. Now when you're doing a three-way and four-way circuits, the black screw is very important, okay? That's the one you want to pay attention to. Now, here's our new switch. Now we're going with the same type, a toggle. If you look on the side here, it has a little dimmer on it. And that's what we're looking for because all the switches in the house are this kind instead of a rocker or whatever. Okay, now look at the back of this sucker. Wow, looks a little different, huh? Okay, in this case, we have a screw that's a copper looking color, not a black, okay? So read the instructions that came with it, if you could even make them out. I'll show you in a minute. They're like, I think they're in Chinese. Anyway, on this particular switch with this brand, it's our copper color. And that's what we're gonna connect our common wire, which is on our black screw, okay? Now, just because my wire is white doesn't necessarily mean yours is, okay? So definitely don't go by the colors, just go by on the locations that they are at, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring in my case, my white wire, the common wire, I'm gonna bring it to our copper color screw, and our two travelers, I'm gonna bring one to this screw here and to the other one. Again, they're travelers, it's a three-way, it doesn't matter which way you put them. You put the black, the red, whatever it may be. Okay, because remember, on these, there is no up and down. There is none of that, okay? So let me go ahead and take these and move these over. All right, look, now I'm going to put our last wire on here besides my ground. I'm tightening this down. It's going to get snug. There we go, snug and just, snug, okay? Remember, look at it. This is like a big box of plastic with electronics in it. It's not extremely strong, so you definitely don't want to tighten these screws down like super tight, okay? And one more to go. Okay. All right, well, went ahead and put all these wires on here. Now our white wire, our common wire. Now this is the wire that was on our black screw. All right, that's now on our copper colored one. And our two travelers, we got one there and the one way on the other side. Where the original switch is, we have the two travelers on the top on both sides. And you can see how different they look. All right, so that can be quite confusing. So now what we're ready to do is put this whole big switch back into the box, put the cover on, and turn the power on and test it out. All right, good deal. Well, we got our switch all back together and see our lights up in the ceiling there. They're dimming and going brighter on off. Important thing about three-way switches. When you get a three-way switch, that's a regular, without the dimmer, doesn't matter, okay? When you start playing with these dimmers, it matters a lot, and I get a lot of this on my website. People ask me, they changed their dimmer, now their lights are flickering, right? Real important. Your incandescent bulb, the light bulb that you would smash on the ground made out of glass, that's incandescent. That's fine, but when you put those new LED ones in there, or the high energy ones, which are normally found like on the track lighting, your really small ones, right? real important that your dimmer switch is okay for that. So when you're buying that dimmer switch, make sure that it's good for a dimmable LED or the CFLs or incandescents, even the halogen. Make sure of that before you go ahead and install it, because it'll just create, although you'll do everything right, but things are flickering and not working right. Well, that's because of the type of light bulbs that you have. All right. Another thing on those, pay attention to how many of those lights you're going to be lighting. So say if they are a 50 watt bulb each and you have 4 of them, that's 400 watts. So also pay attention to, on the dimmer switch, of how many watts that is good for. Real important, okay? Most of them come 600 watts, but if you have more than that, or whatever, so you can always go higher than lower, but just pay attention to that. And one thing, these instructions, come over here. These are the instructions that came with that. All right, first of all, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Anyway, see, you don't have to read this, and that's why you have me. Anyway, I'm Dominic from AnthonyDIY.com. Thanks for watching.